Another $600 day yesterday with making 6-second non-talking videos over there on Instagram. Okay. I don't know what else to tell you, but you need to be getting in on this train for a 41-year-old felon, right? If I'm able to do this shit, I know that you can too. By the way, side note, listen, go sign up for the workshop tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm literally going to be deep diving over for 2 hours. Yes, 2 hours, because I'm going to give you A to Z about everything that I've learned over there on Instagram, how to do 6-second non-talking videos, faceless marketing even, and you're going to leave with the replay and a 30-day success strategy guide. So you want to go sign up for that. But yeah, man, sometimes I wonder if maybe you guys have not been beat up enough. Like lately, you know what's been happening to me? I've had a few people that they sign up for this course that I sell, right? It's called the Roadmap. They sign up for the Roadmap, and then they instantly come to me and they say, "Yeah, man, I'm so excited." I said, "Cool, me too." And then they said, "No, man, I'm ready to get this." And I was like, "Yeah, let's go," right? And then they start saying like, no, man. Like, I don't think you understand. I'm going to grind all night and I'm going to do this and I'm going to be your best guy. And I'm, just really, 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 really overselling themselves, which by the way, you got to remember, you don't need to sell me. Right. And then in a few days they disappear. And this has been happening with a few different people. Now it could be my energy, maybe I'm attracting these dudes, but I think it's because I've been pondering it a lot, and so that's why I'm attracting these people. But I'm like, why is that? Why? Like, these dudes are trying to sell themselves. And I can't help but say, listen, man, you got to go ahead and just give yourself permission to be great. There was I think I talked about this already. I'm going to repeat myself. Listen, have y'all ever seen the movie The Equalizer? Badass movie, right? With Denzel Washington. I'm a Denzel Washington fan. I'm also an action-packed movie guy, right? But anyways, there was a part at the end, right? Or like close to the end, right? In the middle of the movie. Somewhere near the end of the movie, right? Anyways, Denzel goes to see his friend, which is a lady. And they're outside on a porch at her house, right? And they're talking, and she said, "There's still a part of you. Go be I'm going to mess it all up, but hold on." She was just like, basically, go be that Robert. Go be that Robert, because I know you love that Robert. Be that Robert, right? And then she got up and she went inside of the house, and then the husband said, "Hey, the husband of the lady, hey, were you able to help him?" And she goes, "Oh, he didn't need help. He came for permission," right? See, the thing about it is when I see that scene has more, weighs more on my heart than the whole movie itself, because it's like, have you given yourself permission to be great yet? Because these people are like buying something and then trying to sell themselves on it, and you got to stop. Let me tell you something. I think because of my background, I've been able to make decisions a little bit quicker than some of you guys. But not only that, I go hard. Like, I put both feet in. Like, I'm not like I guess there's no fear. When you went through this shit, right, of a life, and I get it, like, you have this fear of like you don't want to lose anymore because you've been losing back here, but it's like you're willing to go ahead and take that risk for what it could be. And let me tell you something, right? Number one, my credit has been shot. I mean, think about it. When I went to jail, obviously I couldn't pay my bills, right? So my credit has been down because of my felonies. I've been told no when I've been qualified for jobs, right? Because I was more qualified than that guy, but he got the job because of my background. And then there's other times where I've been even at second chance leasing wouldn't even want me. Second chance leasing apartments wouldn't even want me, right? I literally had to go to apartments where you just shut the hell up and you paid cash and you just got in there and you're sleeping with roaches and there's probably, I don't know, probably needles still, everywhere. No, I'm playing. I mean, okay, it wasn't that bad, but it was bad, right? There's probably shit everywhere, right? And then, to top it off, or I've been at the budget suites paying that $200 to $300 a week. And if you don't pay that on that day that you say you're going to pay it, you're out, man. You're out, right? And I know $200, $300 a week doesn't sound like a lot of money, but when you're struggling to get a job, that $200, $300 a week go like, you know what I mean? Like it can be rough, and not to mention groceries and everything else. But I've been there. I've been there. And I think so when I saw opportunity online, I was like, I was going to jump. Now, the whole thing on the Instagram, I will tell you this, it did take me a little bit, only because I didn't have a proven process yet. But I watched these people, and man, guys, these people are like, have some ridiculous numbers you wouldn't even believe, right? Like $500,000 in 6 months. Multiple people became a millionaire less than a year. Like a wide spread of people making $100,000 in 2 to 4 months. My boy Miko hitting like $200,000 in 3 months. Courtney, who had a $3,000 month her first month to then $60,000 her second month. Like unbelievable numbers, right? The unbelievable 10 triple X, her income, which is insane, right? So I knew I had to get over on Instagram, and I started looking at all the common denominators, and I was like, okay, well, they all got a digital course. Like I don't do make money online programs. Like last year, I literally was promoting somebody else, not anymore. No offense. I coach a lot of the people that are in that program, but not anymore, right? I'm going to brand, because all these people, they were branding themselves, whether it was Faceless or not. They were selling a digital course, right, or the digital product, right? And they were developing their skills. And I was like, that's the route I got to go to, right? But, the thing about it is it didn't take me that long to make that much of a decision. And then I went all in. Like, well, we can have those fears and we can talk about our fears. Like, well, what if I lose the money? Are you really losing money when you buy a course? Are you really losing money when you buy a fucking course? Like, that makes me so mad when somebody is like, well, I just don't want to get scammed. Like, no, you're talking about these make money online gimmicks that just sell you some shit. How do you get scammed when you're getting a course, right? You don't go to Harvard and say, oh, you scammed, even though that is a scam, right? That's a big ass scam because they're overcharging you. I mean, a $497 investment turned over $100,000 for me, right? And now I'm having $600 days over there on Instagram making 6-second corny little stupid videos. By the way, like I said, get in on that workshop tomorrow where I'm going over everything in that workshop. Get it. But anyways, all I'm trying to say is this, man, is what's your excuse? What's holding you back? Because if this 41-year-old felon can do it, I know you can too. And here's the thing. The reason why I'm even doing this video is to give you just another example. I hope that eventually you start catching what I'm doing, right? Because I literally give it to you, but then I follow it up by showing you as well. And what I mean by that is I've been even talking about recently that what you do is once you get your digital product and you get your store set up, then you're going to go pick your favorite platform. And I highly recommend you do Instagram, then TikTok, right? Then YouTube, seriously, in that order. But anyways, and you start sharing your experience. And there's things about your experience because everybody's always, the very first thing they always want to say is, well, I haven't made any money yet. It's like, so how can I share that? And it's like, what are you talking about? You're sharing your experience, right? So number one, you share, you educate and inspire your audience, however that is, right? You learn something, you educate them, right? The second thing is you share a result, any type of result. What are you learning? How have you grown? What are you doing, right? What are you getting out of this, right? And then number three, you share your story. And it's not the kind of story that says, oh, back in third grade, right? Even though I went a little bit deeper in this video, but it's sharing this story right now that, listen, if I'm a 41-year-old felon and I've been able to overcome that stuff, fuck, you can do this too, man. This is not hard. This is not hard when you can learn how to when you learn to get focus, when you learn to maybe give yourself permission to be great, right? And you get focused and you get dialed in and you show up every day, then you're going to be good. And you lose all this idea of people are trying to get over on you or bullshit. I'm going to be scared. I mean, because let me tell you something, another thing, guys. Let me tell you another thing that I don't even really want to have this conversation because I don't like it put it in people's heads. But since it's already kind of been brought up, let's go with it, right? Everybody's so worried about whether or not this course is going to scam them out of some money. I'm just hypothetically, what if it fucking did? And you can get your money back, right? Like meaning you can go make it back, right? You're going to be fine. God, like you're not going to like go to like you're not going to go like down the rabbit hole because you lost out on a little money. I'm sure you go fucking blow that getting drunk as shit or at a gambling debt, right? But what's the real cost that it's costing you, right? Meaning because hear me out. I'd much rather lose money than continue to keep on losing my time. I mean, you got to understand, man. I'm a 41-year-old felon. Like a lot of my years been screwed off, right? And I was like, you know what? And then when I finally was able to make it as a gym manager, I started noticing that I'm like, oh my God, here I am working, 60 plus hours a week, right? Having my mom take care of my daughter. I'm missing out on the time. I'm putting more stress on my mom, right? Who is already, her kids are grown, right? She doesn't need this extra stress. So I'm putting more stress on her, and I'm not being able to watch watch my daughter grow up, right? And all I'm talking about is, man, well, working 60 hours a week, got to do what I got to do. And really, what was the payoff of that? To be able to pay some bills and get a little plaque on the wall saying Justin Springer, right? So let me ask you this. Would you much rather you lose that money, right, than to continue to do that? Because I did. I was willing to take that risk. I was willing to take that risk because I was like, all right, if I miss out on money, cool, I can get it back. Life is going to suck for a little bit, but I'll save it back. I'll make it back. I'll do something. I can do a side job. I don't give a shit what it is. I can make it back. But I cannot keep on making back the time, the inconvenience, the stress that I'm putting on my mom, right? Everything else. So what is it really costing you to not go ahead and get started?